Hey guys, so we're back with part 2 of my video. This time we'll be talking about some future predictions I think I may have for American Horror Story. Now, like I said, after watching double feature as well as a little glimpse into season 11 NYC, this had me thinking. I remember Ryan Murphy mentioned that we are gonna get an installment of season 12 and 13, as well as I remember he did mention season 11, right? So I remember he mentioned that the witches will be back in a future season. What if next year, the reason why we didn't get enough promotional content when season 11 was being aired was a fill-in season to get ready for season 12, where they're gonna make it either a grand season or it might be something that's gonna connect to season 13, or can we even see the witches come back in season 13 or season 12? Because the timeline has been alternate due to the fact that Mallory went back in time, remember, to stop the apocalypse from happening, and thus affecting the whole timeline the way we see it. And a bunch of characters that we expect to die actually came back. Now, another option I think season 12 might be, I might call it American Horror Story Season Voyage. The reason why I say that, maybe we finally might get something dealing with mermaids or not, but I'm just speculating that, a lot of people has been begging to, have a season that's based on the sea, and that would be cool to see that the reason why we end up getting the sickness, because if it has something to do with the bubonic plague in Europe, that could have been a great way where he mentioned that maybe the reason why people started catching the plague was because the mermaids cast a spell and affected all the rats and sea creatures, and therefore attacking us as a group of population, because we went on the sea and we caused so much harm to the water that the witches find ways, or even the mermaids are somewhat of sea witches, where it's a mixture of those two things, and therefore they cast a spell to make us even more sick. So those are so many possibilities. I might think season 12 what it might be, but what do you guys think? Do you guys think that if season 12 were to air next year, what do you think the season might be? And do you think it might connect to past things that Ryan Murphy has said? And that would be a very cool thing if they name it American Horror Story Voyage, which will make perfect sense. And I remember they were sending us like a couple of pictures a couple of years back when they were promoting season 10 as well as season 9 as well as 8. They had like pictures of like boats and all that stuff, and we know the first Supreme basically came from another part of the world to become the first Supreme, because she paid homage to the old gods, and we remember they mentioned that in season 6. So when season 8 came along, which was like the Infinity War for American Horror Story, it left us with more questions than answers. So, and that's another thing, how can Mallory live in the same timeline as Cordelia, because Cordelia still in that timeline is the current Supreme, and we all know the law. In order for a new Supreme to rise, the old one must die or pass their power to the next one. So the fact that I guess Mallory is the first Supreme that could give her power back to another Supreme, therefore she's not being affected, or because she saved the world she was not allowed to die, so she reverted back to her being a student, which is what I got from season 8. And like I said, season 8 is probably one of my favorite because of all the fan service that they gave us. The only thing I wish that season 8 as well as future seasons could do is bring back the original cast, like the one that made American Horror Story. That's why it lacked for me this season due to that. And there's no more iconics appearance when you saw Cordelia mention, find our sisters, and we started seeing all the witches, pop up. That was like an experience. And to see that's not being done this season, I think that they have a redemption to do for next season. Now, I know that last season, due to the pandemic, but now that we're slowly getting back on track, I wish they do something like that. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. Bye bye.